How we doing today, guys? Sam and Jimmy here, and we've got a ton of lures in front of us. These are our picks and the staff's picks for our big Anglers Cast coming up, which is also going to be combined with our spring kickoff. We're going to have all sorts of deals going on around the store. Today, what we're looking at are straight bass stuff. These are our favorite lures, hard bait, soft bait. So, Jimmy, I know you've been doing a little bit more of it this summer than you have in the past. So why don't you talk about what you had success with this year?
So start basically with just a couple of jigging baits. These are all basically staff picks for our favorite stuff we use. Number one is going to be the 6-inch two-tone green BKD. Just a solid color. Everyone knows BKDs, and we just really like that color. It just looks really good.
Yeah, it's great to have a little bit of color contrast, and chartreuse is hard to beat. Everybody knows that.
Moving on, we got more traditional white. We got the 7-inch fatback dry ice bustin' baits. These are really good, especially in the fall and this kind of trophy season. That bigger profile, jointed body, it just has a ton of action in the water.
So one of my favorites are the Z-Man baits, not only because of their durability, but just the colors are great, and I like having scent on them, so it doesn't hurt. These are the 7-inch streaks, and these ones are bubblegum. A really underrated color, awesome color in the bay. People have a ton of success with it. And then moving up a little bit, we have the Diesel Minnow here in the 5-inch size and the Pearl Blue Glimmer. Now, that's just a phenomenal color. You can match all sorts of stuff with that, whether it's clean water, dirty water. You still have that flash if you're in some dirty water. So really versatile color there. Hard to beat a 4-inch paddle tail or a 5-inch paddle tail, so not much you can't do with it. And as far as jigs go, you can pair a number of the variety of stuff. These Z-Mans are great, GI jigs. The sandbar jigs, these are awesome little jigs made by Mike, one of our pro staffers here, as well as coach heads. All sorts of stuff you can do with rigging these, kind of making them, modifying them your own. So we do have a few hard baits too, because there's always a time and a place for those. So why don't you talk about some of those, Jim?
Yeah, so start off with Topwater. We got the Lonely Angler Zipster. Really nice hardware on there, good hooks. Really nice topwater, walks like a spook. Very loud too, got a nice rattle in it. Just a really solid bait.
One of my favorite baits is this little Rapala Bait. This is a phenomenal bait. It's a subsurface. It's like a jerk bait without the lip. One thing that happens a lot with jerk baits with lips is they break off. There's all sorts of stuff that go on there. These aren't going to have to worry about that. Not to mention, it's just a little bit more natural looking, I think. Another really good thing there are those inline hooks. Most folks are going more and more away from the treble hooks, both for the fish themselves and for us, really hard to beat single hooks. And then we have one little lure left on the table, Jimmy. That is a classic.
Can't go wrong with just a classic 3-ounce rattle trap. This is one of my favorite summer baits. Just kind of throw it on the ledges, throw it under docks. You really can't fish a rattle trap a wrong way. You can pretty much retrieve it however you like, and you're not really doing anything wrong. So just a super solid one, especially if you got some kids. Just tie it on their rods and just have them kind of cast around and reel it back in.
Little tip for you with these is a lot of folks will cut off that treble there on the bottom, just in case you're running along the bottom and stuff like that. Don't want to snag up on anything. So those are just a few of many things we're going to have on sale. Now, these are our top picks, so they're going to be a little bit more discounted than our normal lures, which are going to be 20% off already. So we're looking forward to seeing you coming up here on February 26th and 27th. Thank you, guys.